My man Hot Facts with Robert Reese. He's always in the building. Your official gig news network, Hot Facts with Robert Reese. I know he over there cracking up right now with that. Hey, but that's what it is, though. That's what it is. You gotta tap in. What up with my...
Hot Facts with Robert Reese, people. So today, much like I already said, Pedro, DoorDash Santiago, is coming at it in a way to try to slide on out and still trying to bam its way. But it still seems like with what he's doing, it may be staged. And also, No Bumper TV asking questions on his own platform, his own channel, asking questions. Which challenge should I accept from Pedro? So if you did all of that, whoop, and you're like, which one to go into? But you did do something that was a little bit, but I'm looking into everything there, looking into what Pedro has. People, take a look at this. Then we're going to get into the rest of this. This is the next phase in this story. This will be the 9th video in the playlist. No Bumper TV versus Pedro DoorDash Santiago. And during this whole time, No Bumper has not wasted his opportunity. He's been throwing shots at me, but he has not done any research because he is new and he's saying things that have already been squashed by a lot of people. So I will not entertain those with him. He has to do his research first because some of the things he is saying just doesn't make sense, because if he just goes and does some research like I do, he wouldn't be saying it. So I let him know that. So hopefully he goes and does some research to figure out why bam. But people, without further ado, okay, and Pedro is trying to move in, and I'm gonna say it, he's trying to move in and say, well, I'm helping these people. Pedro, he may have had some with you, but I'm the one that was calling him out on everything he's not doing that I go with how I do my service. Start coming at me. You saw, bam, you tried to go, let me get some spice, and the spices in, and bam, and then there it went. But I've been on the thing and whoop. So now we all in this together. It's you two, and I'm the #1 news source. So I depend on you like you depend on me. Both of you guys can say whatever the hell you want to say, but there is someone that is piecing everything together so everyone else can see and then come to their own conclusions. So we already got people saying the stage. We already got people like myself saying it's real, but there's some parts that, so we're going to figure out what it is. I do know what possibly is going to happen, because when you're trying to do something and you have goals, weird things can happen. But let's go ahead and listen to Pedro DoorDash Santiago. Then we'll go ahead and get our Sherlock Holmes on. Let's go, people.
Things, me giving you exposure, me shouting you out of my live, all that does is help you, and I think you know that. So beyond coming on the show, if you want to come on the show, you can come on the show. I think we could talk about our differences there. Or if you want, we do a 10, 12, however many hours you want to do, we do a dash off. And whoever makes the most money, the winner gets the loser's money. So if you go out and make 300 and I make 250, I give you my 250. And we can see who the king of St. Louis is on the DoorDash app. I think that is what people would like to see. That will get some good, positive clicks and views, because all the vultures that are trying to poke on us and gain on us, them dudes is clowns. And you know who I'm talking about. The geek machine, you know who I'm talking about. They clowns, bro. We ain't clowns. So I'll do a dash off with you if you want. That will be fun. We do some of it live. We meet up in a parking lot. We exchange the information in live time with the audiences. And whoever wins gets the loser's earnings. I think that's an appropriate way to handle it. Let's see who the king of St. Louis is. I think that would be fun. I think it's going to be really close, and that's why I think it will be fun. So the ball's in your court. You tell me how you want to handle it. You tell me how you want to proceed. At the end of the day, I'm going to keep moving how I move, but that's it.
Boy, was that good. Did you guys hear all of that? Pedro sound like he was Bill Clinton. He was trying to be some smooth, slick talker there. He was trying to be Face from the A-Team. Remember, Face was the one that could talk to anybody and talk his way out of any situation. It was Face. That's what it seems like there that he was doing. Both these guys, you know what, people, this may be staged. This may be staged. But you guys see how Pedro says, and check this out. Pedro did something crazy. It was like a little kid, you know, when they try to get you, you know, they're trying to win you over, and then they say like, yeah, man, us, you know, us, me and you, us, we can take over the town. That's what Pedro pretty much did. And then he said, you know, these vultures and all this stuff, you know they are, they can't gain off of us. Let's not have them make no money off of us and gain off of us. This is news. Come on, us. There ain't no us unless it's staged, man. And unless you trying to bring it together to try to make it seem like, but I already told you guys, weird things can happen. They probably go do something, but this is weird that he's like, which one should I do? You know he's gonna do one of them challenges and it's gonna be like, man, we already knew something, but we gotta cover this, but please say it ain't so. Please say it ain't so. We don't want to hear none of that. We want to, you know, we want to hear it. We want to hear it, Pedro. We want to hear it, Pedro. And Sandlot, we gotta hear it, Sandlot. We gotta hear it because look, this can't be no big old ploy to go ahead and get you no views, because let me tell you, Pedro has been in wars with everybody. I got the longest standing one, and I'm the news. It's never gonna go away because I am the news. But Pedro, you dead wrong also for going to talk to me on Real Talk with Roy and not even having them little tough guy moments trying to clear your name with Hot Facts with Robert Reese. You weren't doing that because I'm the news source. You better come correct when you want to clear your name. But I already said what you have to do. You're gonna have to set it up so that you start it off. Then you're gonna have to go to a publication, which is the news source, so that they can get what your overall message is, so you can talk to the people. I already said that in my live idea yesterday. People, I don't make this up. I didn't make Pedro do this. I can just see what's already gonna happen. And this is the role that he is trying to play. Now he's trying to say, hey man, us, St. Louis or nothing. He already said you don't rep the Lou like him. You didn't even do 314 Day. Come on, Pedro, he's killing you with all that nonsense right there. Killing it, but I do get it, Pedro, because you said, you know, if it escalates in that video, you're going to have to go ahead and do something, and it may involve calling the police. I already said, what if it gets turned up, you know, and you said, I'm not going to call the police, but now in your video, you say, if it gets escalated, that's why I asked you the damn question in the first place. You went home and thought about it. Duh. You may be getting a restraining order and actually take it all the way there. Now, before it gets there, you guys are going to have to try to go ahead and figure this out. I said, how about you guys do it on my chat channel? Go ahead, get you there. Bam, in case there's an argument, I'll go ahead and moderate that. But Pedro said, let's take Hot Facts. I don't want him to gain because remember, he said, us, man, they can't gain on us. I invite you on over to the show. We can go ahead and discuss this and handle this like men. Better yet, let's do a challenge. Let's do a challenge that I know you won't be able to do because you already have multiple DoorDash accounts. So if I say let's use DoorDash account and let's do it all day, or you pick the hours, you know, you're gonna have to say, Pedro, one account. He already says that's not what he does. He already said that he has to have those accounts in order to do what he does. So you want to challenge him, but he's, you know, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He is gonna do it, Pedro. So you got that. You got that. He will appear on your show, but you guys, I'm gonna be on Torps tomorrow. Tune in. No bumper. It's like, I didn't even know who Torp was, but I'm about to whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, man. You watch. And Pedro, you watch. Remember, I am the #1 news source. I'm covering it in detail. That's what this video is. You do know. So I'm inviting you to come to Torps and at least participate in viewing. If you want to say something in the chat, feel free at home. I will be up there. Torp has questions and he has to come to the news source also. Now, enough of that, people. enough of that. Enough of that. We're gonna get to the nitty gritty. Check this out.
Expect that. And I stood on my business. I stood there, I pushed him away. I said, let's go outside. We went outside, we talked, nothing happened. He was filming it. He filmed 15 seconds of like a 2-minute conversation. At the end of the day, I'll see him again. It is what it is. He wants to come up and knock me out. That's his prerogative. We'll handle it how we need to.
What about his brother though? What about his little brother checking you at the
I have no idea who his brother is.
Have a good night, Chair.
I have no idea.
Good night, brother Chair.
I have no idea who his brother is. There's a guy that I've seen at Panera. Maybe that's his brother, but I have no idea. So this is, it is what it is. When I see this guy, if I see him tomorrow, it's all love. I got no.
Now that sounds mighty, mighty good. Mighty, mighty good. But there is one thing you have to understand. When I asked Pedro, as you see there, what about his little brother checking you at the pizza place? Pedro said it didn't happen. He says he doesn't know who his little brother is or none of that. But there was a guy. This is the guy right here. The guy on the left, LDA, the laziest driver alive, that is GDA, the grimiest dasher alive, that is his brother, his little brother. So look at how much they look alike. So when Pedro says he don't know if he saw his brother or not, chances are he did know it was his brother. And yeah, people, there's no mistaking that it was somebody, I don't know. That is his brother. And if you look at him, you're going to think that it's him and they're about the same size. So right now, this is LDA, the laziest driver alive. The brother, GDA, No Bumper TV, the grimiest driver alive. So I'm saying out of this conclusion, Pedro saw his brother. And the pressure on him then was probably real. What do you think, people? Leave a comment if you think that No Bumper is both people. Some people might think that. Leave a comment. But check this out. I do my own research. We got to go ahead and put some light on to No Bumper and give him some reality. I did a poll 9 days ago, the best new gig tuber, and we're looking at it right here. Bull City Dasher right there is getting it in. He's got 63% of the vote of 101. No Bumper's got 18. We also have PJ Gig Hustler at 8%, and we have Major Deliveries at 11%. Let's go ahead and bring him into some reality to keep him and let him know where he is. This poll has been going on. Also, we have this right here. Looks like the people think that it's possibly staged. So that's where you guys stand right there. So that's the reality. No Bumper and Pedro. What are you guys gonna do? Let us know. People, leave a comment. To be continued. Check out Mike Drop Beat on BBQ. First of all, just hopped on to the hot crew. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you for your support. If you are in the rideshare game, you want to know the best information out there, period, hands down. Hop in, check out Mike Drop BBQ. It's a cookout. Grab your plate, sit down, take it in. Raise your hand. Ain't nobody stupid here. We trying to make sure we maximize all day, every day, even twice on Sunday. You also get the best information on cleaning your vehicle, the best kits, auto care, everything. He goes over everything. He is for the people. That is who he is. Jeff, aka Mike Drop BBQ. Go ahead and check him out. Yes, sir.
Another question here. God, Malone Andre again. Surely then, in this fantasy land of yours, no one would work laugh out loud. P.S. Your mullet is shite, Andrew. That may be true. If you consider the reality, however, with the existing schemes that exist, such as universal credit, you'll be aware that under universal credit, if you or I aren't working and we're in receipt of universal credit, if we decide to go to work, we lose or forego a portion of that universal credit. And the basic income removes that financial disincentive and removes the barriers for people to engage in labour, exchanging their labour. Basic income set at an appropriate amount creates a voluntary economy, and what that means is it's an economy where people choose to work rather than being goaded into exchanging their labour in order to for sustenance, to eat, to survive.
It seems to me that the civil rights movement must now begin to organize for the guaranteed annual income, begin to organize people all over our country and mobilize forces.
Check out this brand new gig economy app, Tony Delivers, one of the best new food delivery apps out there in the Seattle area. He took it into his own hands to make sure that customers get treated right and get what they need right on time. 1.5 mile delivery radius to any restaurant in the zone. Check him out, people. He gets it done while also being eco-friendly. Everything is done electronically. Check him out, TonyDelivers.com. Make sure you tell him Hot Facts with Robert Reese sent you in. You guys have a great one. If you would like to know more about what really goes on in the gig economy, do exactly what the next clip says.